So I had an interesting fan interaction. We didn't quite get to this in Detroit. So it was early Saturday. No, it was early Sunday morning. I was in like pajamas, taking my dogs out to go to the bathroom. And a fan was in the bus lot, which I don't love, but I get it, I guess. I mean, that's supposed to be kind of our safe zone.
Yeah,
right?
No, it's way too open at that track, and most tracks, to be fair. But that one is exceptionally bad.
So he kind of comes up to me and asks for a picture. I was like, yeah, sure. About with that level of enthusiasm, I'll be honest. And then he wanted me to sign something. Fine. And so he was like, okay, good luck today. I was like, thanks. And he said, love the podcast. I was like, oh, right on. Thank you. And I'm kind of walking, about to get in my bus, and he is now 20 steps away, 30 steps away, like probably 2 buses away, and yells back, except for the ask Alex part, or except for your advice on ask Alex. And I yell back, then stop listening, and open the door, walk in with my dogs, and close it. Like, were you trying to be funny 30 seconds later? Question number 1. Number 2, why? Like, what?
It was
a compliment and then just insult people.
It's one of those walking away. He's like, oh, I had a good joke. I should have said that, and just try to like make it work still. I don't know. But I think that's a great segment into this
segue. Yeah, let's do a really long Ask Alex.
Well, we do have one, I believe. You said, Tim, you found one, so I'm anxious to hear what we've got, because we haven't. I feel like we didn't do it last week, or maybe even the week before. But
all right, you know what? This one's not going to be anonymous because he references something that was on Twitter, so it's fine. So there was a little bit of a back and forth with you, James, and this guy about weddings on Twitter, Justin Holmes, where he said he was getting married, I think, around Portland, and you joked about, oh, you know, you need to get Newgard, and he's the most fun at a thing, and I said, oh, well, I'm coming for sure. So he emailed us. Huge problem.
You don't want Tim.
Tim took it upon himself to invite himself to my wedding because he saw there was an open bar.
He also did that at mine, but
yeah, that's true. Right. Realistically, we all know Tim or any members of the IndyCar paddock won't be coming. I want to take it aside here. I'm absolutely coming.
Yeah, if you give him the time and place, there's a very good chance he shows up.
All right, back to his thing. If any did, who would be the best guest and who would be the worst? Also, how much alcohol should we have for the open bar? Roughly 50 people.
Okay, so let's do that. Well, okay. Alex, I think, has opinions on the first part.
Honestly, should we get the sensical out of the way first and then let Alex finish it?
No, since you've had the conversation with him, I'm going to defer this question of Ask Alex to Ask James.
Well, okay. Well, hang on. Okay, we can do this one together. So I'm for the how much drinks for an open bar situation. I mean, you're looking at, you got to plan 3 to 4 per person, because there's some people that only have. So some people that only have 2. Some people will have like 6, so it kind of averages out. But the problem is,
12.
See, I was going to go the other way. I think you need to plan the amount of alcohol for 4 people per person. So you got 50 people, planned for 200.
But the challenge is, what are they drinking? So you need to have like enough of that, of each, like beer, wine, liquor, because you don't know what people are going to go for.
No,
well, I feel like most weddings have like the signature cocktails, and then the alternative is beer or wine. Right? Like there's the his and the hers cocktail. Yeah. Your wedding did that, right, James?
Yeah. I think we also had other stuff, though, if you wanted it. But we did have signature cocktails.
It was funny. At James's wedding, I had to convince the bartender to give me shots for the bride. She was like, oh, we're not doing shots. And it was like, no, you are.
It's for the bride.
It's for the bride. And then I think Becky got one. I don't know.
I know I did.
I'm sure she didn't need it, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I mean, plan for a 200-person wedding, and then your open bar should be good. And here's the best part: anything you don't drink on the night, you just get to take home and eventually drink yourself. So it's like it's.
Is this an option? I'm not being funny. It's a serious question. Could you have a wedding where you had your bar and you had your open bar or whatever, but you also were like BYOB, like bring what you want?
There might be rules depending on the venue.
Yeah.
The venue might not allow that.
I remember I did go to one wedding where
they
just
like
had
someone's house.
Yeah. I mean, that
Well,
venue
no,
would be fine.
even at houses, it messes with their insurance. I went to a wedding where at a friend of mine's house, and he said for the event insurance, it was going to be an extra $1,000 if they had anything more than beer and wine, if they had like liquor. So he's like, so we just did beer and wine. I was like, you should have spent that $1,000. That would have been the first $1,000 I would have allocated in the budget.
That $1,000.
Yeah, like had you told me beforehand,
I
would have given you my card with a check for $1,000 in it, saying thanks for the booze and congrats, I guess. Okay, all right. So that's the technical side. Alex, who's the best IndyCar paddock member to have at a wedding? I kind of already said my piece on Twitter.
I gotta say, I think it's me or Joseph.
Yeah, I think you're right up there as well.
I think Joseph's the next level.
Joseph,
yeah.
He pips you because he gets the dance floor started.
Correct.
Like you're not afraid to get up there once it's going, but he is the first man on the dance floor.
You're absolutely right.
And he's the last one off of it. Yeah.
Yes.
And that man, does he sweat?
He sweats a tremendous amount, which is why his shirt normally comes off after the third song.
Yeah. You know what? I forgot. Alex, you kind of are a sleeper hit at weddings, though. You're a lot of fun at weddings.
Alex shows up in a big way.
Sage's wedding was interesting for me.
Sage's wedding was.
I literally had to almost take myself away, put myself to bed for a little bit, and then come back and continue partying.
Yeah, he napped and then came back.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah. You guys all made me do that at Marco's, which was the right move.
Yeah, no, you're welcome.
Yeah. I almost stole a Rolls Royce at Marco's wedding. Anyway,
I think Ed did. I'm pretty sure Ed Carpenter stole a Rolls Royce at that wedding.
No,
a very high profile guest threw up in one of those Rolls Royces.
Okay.
How much of that do we have to cut?
None of it.
No, that's fine. Worst guest. I mean, besides Santino.
I've never been to any event with him ever, and I would like to keep that streak alive.
I don't know.
Are we talking
the IndyCar paddock's usually pretty full of fun people?
Yeah, because Dixon's a sleeper. He's awesome at weddings.
Yeah.
Like he's
as long as Emma's there
at a night out. Emma's also awesome at weddings.
Emma's awesome at anything.
Fair. That is fair.
Twitter.
Nope, fully disagree. Love her on Twitter.
There's someone that we're forgetting. Like,
well, okay. Do you think Takuma's fun at weddings?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I've definitely seen Marcus enjoy a couple margaritas. He'd be a good time at a wedding. Yeah, I don't know if we have a lot of.
Jimmy gets after it.
Jimmy owns
McLaughlin gets after it.
McLaughlin,
all right. James, you're already married. Alex, no immediate plans in the future, but who knows? But all right, hypothetically, for both of you, if you had to right now make up your 5 groomsmen, including best men, only from people in the IndyCar, only from IndyCar drivers, who would they be?
Well, I mean, James already got married, and he already had 2 IndyCar drivers in his wedding.
That's what I'm saying. If you had to redo it right now, and there were only
me, Marco,
Robbie,
sorry, yes.
Why
I guess
still
James
be those
3.
Yeah, I mean, how many do you get? Like how big?
I'm just trying to think of fun things. I was saying 5.
5 total. Okay, then I'd add in. Oh man, you got to add in. Well, does Hunter Ray still count? He still counts.
Yeah,
I think I'd add in Hunter Ray, and probably Connor.
There you go.
Make it a real party.
So it's interesting. Not me. So James, Marco, Connor, Hunter Ray,
Colton.
This may have been less fun of a hypothetical than I thought it was going to be.
I would say Colton.
Yeah, we're too close. We're too closely related for this.
Yeah.
All right, let's put it this way: who would your 5 party, 5-person party
my
be?
5?
Watch.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
James,
Marco.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
All right, you know what, guys? Let's do it this way. Why don't you reply on Twitter?
Yeah.
Reply on Twitter
I'll
if
send
you
it
could
out.
have a wedding party with yourself and is it 5 groomsmen? Is that what we said?
Yeah,
so
5 groomsmen, and you got to designate who would be the best man.
Interesting.
Okay.
And we'll bring out whoever gets it. We'll talk about it on next week's episode.
Yeah, we'll talk about some of the cool
best.
combos. But yeah, we want to see who your 5-driver IndyCar driver with best man nominated wedding party would be.
And not gender specific. If you want Janet Guthrie up there, go on, you know.
Oh, so this is like all time? Any IndyCar
Yeah, let's
driver?
do all time. Any IndyCar driver.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Does this
It's
change
gonna be
things
really
for you guys? Are you throwing
Absolutely
up
not.
Mario?
No.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
would definitely have Mario up there.
yeah, Mario's honorable mention.
And let's take into account the most important job of a best man, planning the bachelor party.
Well,
Cool.
I can just tell you, Connor's 5 would be Thomas Schechter, PJ
Chesson.
PJ Chesson,
AJ Foyt.
yeah.
Yeah. No, all right. I'm excited because I want to see people's reasons here. I want to see your 4 groomsmen and your best man, and I want to hear why. This will be fun.
I like it. This is
I'm
going to be
excited.
good. I can't wait to dive into this next week. Road America is going to get very little airtime next week, guys, because I think we're going to have a lot to unpack with this little experiment we're doing.